From 1765 to 1938, Britain loaned about $45 trillion from India. A report published just 2 years back revealed this sensational info. Just think about the figure, guys. It is 17 times more than the total GDP of the United Kingdom today. Let us go to the inside story. Please continue watching without any pause. Even now, Britain likes to think that coming to India, they developed the territory. They launched rail, built bridges, schools and colleges, and introduced laws for the Indian people. There is a story that commonly told in Britain that the colonization of India, as horrible as it may have been, was not of any major economic benefit to Britain itself. If anything, the administration of India was a cost to Britain. So the fact that the empire was sustained for so long, the story goes, was a gesture of Britain's benevolence. But a research by renowned economist Uttar Patnaik reveals something strange. It deals a crushing blow to this narrative. Just guess. It is not normal research. He discovered a drain of $45 trillion. He discovered a drain of $45 trillion. What would you say? Is it stealing? No matter whether you accept it as a scam or looting. Drawing on nearly 2 centuries of detailed data on tax and trade, Patnaik calculated that Britain drained Drawing on nearly 2 centuries of detailed data on tax and trade, Patnaik calculated that Britain drained a total of nearly $45 trillion from India. This research was published by Columbia University Press. Undoubtedly, it's a huge figure, and I think after hearing this, you have just fainted. But be sure, I'm not telling you a thriller. It's a real story, man. I'm just telling you the process that Britain followed to loot India. But before that, just request, please do subscribe our channel and obviously press the bell icon to get notification after each video is uploaded. Yeah, I was telling you the story of looting India. They did it with the help of a trade system. Prior to the colonial periods, Britain bought goods like textiles and rice from Indian producers and paid for them in the normal way, mostly with silver. But after Polashi and Boxer War, East India Company took control of the subcontinent and established a monopoly over Indian trade. The company began collecting taxes in India and then used a portion of those revenues to purchase of Indian goods for British use. In other words, instead of paying for Indian goods out of their own pocket, British traders secured them for free, buying from peasants and weavers using money that had just been taken from them. Just think, that on a ground scale, yet most of Indians were unaware of what was going on because the agent who collected the taxes was not the same as the one who showed up to buy their goods. Some of the stolen goods were consumed in Britain and the rest were re-exported elsewhere. The re-export system allowed Britain to finance a flow of imports from Europe, including strategic materials like iron, tar and timber, which are essential to Britain's industrialization. Indeed, the Industrial Revolution depended in large part of its systematic theft from India. After Sipahi Biplab, the British Raj took over in 1858. Colonizers added a special new twist to the tax and buy system. As the East India Company's monopoly broke down, Indian producers were allowed to export their goods directly to other countries. But Britain made sure that the payments for those goods nonetheless ended up in London. Let's listen to the story. Anyone who wanted to buy goods from India would do so using special council bills, a unique paper currency issued by only the British government. And the only way to get those bills was to buy them from London with gold or silver. So traders would pay London in gold to get bills and then use the bills to pay Indian producers. When Indians cashed the bills at the local colonial office, they were paid in rupees but out of tax revenues, money that had just been collected from them. So once again, they were not in fact paid at all, they were defrauded. So what was the result? When India was running an impressive trade surplus with the rest of the world, it showed up as a deficit in the national accounts because the real income from India's exports was appropriated in its entirely by Britain. The deficit meant that India had an option but to borrow from Britain to finance its imports. So the entire Indian population was forced into completely unnecessary debt to their colonial overlords. Britain used the stolen money to fuel the engines of imperial violence, funding the invasion of China in the 1840s and the suppression of the Indian Rebellion in 1857. And this was on top of what the Crown took directly from the Indian taxpayer to pay for its wars. As Patnaik pointed out, the cost of all Britain's wars of conquest outside the Indian borders were charged as mainly to Indian revenues. Patnaik identified 4 distinct economic periods in colonial India from 1765 to 1938, calculates the extraction for each, and then compounds a modest rate of interest from the middle of each period to the present. Adding it all up, finds that the total revenue amounts of $44.6 trillion. These are eye-watering sums, but the true cost of this train cannot be calculated. So from research, it is clear Britain didn't develop India. Rather, India developed Britain. To be sure, you can watch the video of Shashi Tharoor, an Indian politician.